Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 20. And we're going to be looking at some promo images that they released for this episode, which give us some really good looks for the Commonwealth, which we still haven't gotten too many of those. Other than this week, which we've seen trailers and stuff like that, we haven't got too much. I even remember like a couple months ago when they were doing promotion, they released like images for all the episodes one day. And for some reason they skipped episode 20, so that was a little bit odd. Maybe it's because it's the episode that was a direct continuation of episode 16. You know, it seems like a very season 11-ish episode, so maybe that's why. But we're here today to talk about these images, which give us some good looks at the Commonwealth. So I'm very excited to talk about this. Obviously, general spoiler warning in case you are not caught up with The Walking Dead. And then also, if you're a fan of the show, be sure to hit the subscribe button because we have a lot of Walking Dead content coming up. But other than that, let's get into the video. Alright, so the first one we have here is of Princess. She's looking through, the small openings they have in the trucks that they're sending them in. So they're all going in like their own separate trucks. And remember, she's going to be the one who tries to escape. So, she seems like she's the one who wants to fight back the most. Ezekiel also fights back a little bit. I think Ezekiel... We'll talk about that in a little bit, but Ezekiel and her team up, I think, to fight some Commonwealth people. We then have this one, so again, just a shot of her inside of the truck. We have this one where this is where they originally threw her in. So that's when they were separating all of them. And then we also have this one. So again, she's just watching them because she is planning on escaping. In the opening minutes for this episode, I didn't make like a separate video or anything like that, but in the opening minutes, we see it's pretty much a direct continuation from episode 16, and we see the group get put into these trucks. Again, the reason I didn't make a video about it is because they just got put into the trucks, which is something that we already knew was going to happen. But yeah, the thing that I found interesting, and I'll talk a little bit about it right now, is that Princess seems like she really cares for people. She seems like a good person. Like she was very concerned about Yumiko. Even though she just met Yumiko and just met these people, she really wants to help them. And I think it's just her character. I think, I don't think there's anything suspicious going on with her. I think she is a good person. So I think that's why she's the one who really wants to escape and help people. And yeah, it does look like Yumiko is going to get hurt pretty bad early on. And she is just like super concerned for Yumiko. I think she's going to be a really good character. I know we've only seen her for like one episode, but definitely right off the bat, she's already like a very likable character. And I like the part, that she's very helpful towards people. But anyways, continuing on, here we have Eugene. He's in his own vehicle. We're gonna have Princess like break out of hers, and I think she's gonna go talk to Eugene. Eugene, I think, wants to play it a bit safe because he's not sure what they're dealing with. And honestly, he's smart for that, because the Commonwealth, these people don't know yet, but the Commonwealth, they have like 50,000 people in their community. Now not all of them are fighters, but they still have a huge army. So I think Eugene is aware of that based on what they're wearing, right? I mean, they have full body armor and weapons, which we'll see in a second. But yeah, I think he kind of wants to play it slow. And yeah, you can see it right here, the full body armor. He is pointing the gun at Princess. And I think this goes into the interrogation scene, which we have here. That is probably Lance Hornsby, who I talked a little bit about in a separate video. He's like one of the major Commonwealth characters, one of the major people in the army for them. So it makes sense for him to be questioning Princess. I think, I don't think they're too concerned that, I think they may be concerned that they're a threat, but I think this is just something they do, questioning them before they take him to their community. I'm still interested in seeing how the remainder of the group will find out. I think the Commonwealth may actually find out through Princess, and not through Princess, but like through the group itself. And then that's how all of them will end up eventually meeting up in the Commonwealth base in season 11. But I think that's why this questioning is happening, because he wants to make sure that they're safe to go to their community. Notice the guy in the back. I don't know, it's just super creepy for some reason. This whole place is super creepy. You got like the shower that's like broken and rusty, and this guy is like, so they're very organized, very militarized. So it's gonna be something that we've never really seen before on this show. I know the World Beyond introduced the CRM, which is kind of similar to the Commonwealth, but the CRM never really existed in the comics. So like when you're reading this in the comics for the first time, like they are a group that we've never really seen before. I mean, you wouldn't even consider them a group or a community. They're like a full-on civilization. But anyways, very excited to see the Commonwealth on the show. Moving on, we have this this image of Princess. So you can see here that she is trying to escape. And I think she's like going to be climbing through like the vehicles, going from vehicle to vehicle, trying to talk to the rest of her people, like Eugene, them. So this is going to be like a really good episode, I think, for Princess, because we're going to learn a lot about her. We're going to learn about her past, I think. She's the one getting interrogated, and then also, she is definitely trying to help out the group. So I think it's going to be a great Princess episode for sure. And I think the focus on her works very well in these extra 6 episodes, so they don't have to do it in season 11, and by the time season 11 rolls around, like, we're already very familiar with her. So I think that's pretty cool. But anyways, continuing on, we then have this image, and this is probably our best look at the Commonwealth so far. I was about to say CRM. I mean, they're very similar. The Commonwealth. And you can see it looks like he's pointing his gun at someone. So, and it looks like he's looking on top. So maybe like Princess is on top of the vehicles and she gets caught or something like that. You can see this other guy behind him radioing in. So maybe he's calling someone, because she escaped. But yeah, look at their weapons. Also notice that like they have the knife at the end of the gun, which we've seen before, I think, on The Walking Dead. But I mean, just look at the type of guns they have. Like, and we just saw in episode 19, like Mace had that gun, which was kind of a shock, to see that gun this deep into the apocalypse. And even Gabriel himself was like, there's not that many bullets left anymore, which is why we've been seeing the characters use other weapons, which is a great move, I think, for the show, because it does make sense being this deep into the apocalypse. And, ever since the Savior War, they really haven't been using guns that much. So this really shows like how different the Commonwealth is from the rest of the people on this show. They might even be like the CRM, because if you've watched The World Beyond, we had that episode where we learned that the CRM actually make their own bullets. And Eugene did that too, but just resources are running low. So the Commonwealth are probably pretty similar in doing that. Anyways, continuing on, we then have this image. Princess is looking up, so she probably gets like put back in her. If they catch her, yeah, they're probably gonna put her back inside of the, her vehicle. And then this is I'm assuming this is like the part where Ezekiel escapes from his vehicle, and he climbs his way over to talk to Princess, and we saw that in the trailer. So that's what probably this scene is, and then those two are gonna fight together. I don't know how successful they're gonna be, because again, they're dealing with the Commonwealth, but they're definitely giving it a try. Next, we have this image. So this is like probably from the earlier moments of the show when they're outside, I'm assuming. Like right, because that's where the episode sort of ended, episode 16. Same thing with this one. You can see they're carrying Princess away. And then we also have another shot of Eugene. So those are the ones that are from the opening minutes, most likely, where they were surrounded by the Commonwealth people. And then we have this image, which is totally different than all the other images we have, because like all the other ones are they're like surrounded by the Commonwealth, or they're like locked up inside of the vehicles, or they're, it's taking place during night. But this one seems a lot different. Like, it seems like Ezekiel is just, by himself almost. Like, he doesn't look like he's concerned, like he's surrounded by Commonwealth or anything like that. So, this actually might be, if I were to make a wild guess, I would probably say like maybe towards the end of the episode, we actually see the Commonwealth and the 4 characters in this episode, come to good terms, and maybe the Commonwealth even take them to their community. And that could very well be how the episode ends, and then we'll see that in season 11. So that, if I were to make a wild guess about this image, I know it's like a wild guess, but just in general, in terms of the episode, I wouldn't be surprised if that is how the episode ends off, with the group, getting taken to the Commonwealth base. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below, but those were the images we got. I just quickly wanted to cover all of them. This is definitely one of my most anticipated episodes, so I'm definitely excited. I can't wait to check it out. But again, I'm going to wrap it up there because those were the images we got. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like rating, and then also again, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to hit that subscribe button because we have a lot of Walking Dead content coming up. And as always, thanks for watching. Please take care, and I'll see you guys soon.